Hi friend, myself Gagandeep Singh, and here's my friend
Okpako.
Mr. Okpako, and we are doing a work on our IOS project, video project, and I hope you enjoy it. And it's all about the networking devices and all the stuff which comes under networking works, and we're doing so much hard work, so hope you enjoy it.
Networking devices are any devices that are used to connect multiple computers together on the network. There are two categories of networking devices. First, we have the logical component of the network. This has to do with softwares and other operating systems that runs communication between different computers. We have the Windows Server 2008 R2 for servers, and we have the Windows 7, Windows Vista for local computers, such as the clients. The hardwares are the physical component of the network. Examples of these are servers, clients, your modem, network interface card, the hubs, and the switches. The router is a very important component of all network because it is used to connect one network to another on a wide area network. So basically the router is simply the backbone for the internet. The router makes use of the routing tables, which contains information of all IP addresses on the network topology. So the router, when it receives information, it looks into the routing table and directs this data into to the right computers that requested it. Also, the router has ports at the back of it, and these ports are of two types. One, we have the network port and the local switch port. 4 local switch port and 1 network port. The back of the router we can also find the power or reset button used to power on the router. When the power button is turned on and the router is ready to use, it displays a steady green light. There are 2 types of routers, the wired routers and the wireless routers. The wired routers makes use of cables and to connect from one computer to another or from one device to another on the network. On the other hand, we have the wireless routers, which comes with antennas, and they are very, very helpful in terms of connecting multiple computers simultaneously on the network. The wired routers makes use of the interface card, the network interface card, and the RJ45 cables, which is also the Ethernet cables. That's how it connects to other devices. The wireless routers, on the other hand, makes use of radio waves to actually connect various computers together simultaneously on the network. The switches are very, very important because they do the whole of the connections within the local area network. They are very basic for local area networks, not for wide area network, because you can't run your cable all the way from one state to another. So you would basically use a switch to connect various computers together or devices together. For example, you could connect, if you have, say, 100 computers, you can afford a switch that have up to 128 ports to do that for you. Otherwise, you could add up your routers, your switches, one at a time, depending on the expansion on your network. You could actually use a method called the Dicey chain method to connect your switches together, to extend your ports to connect to more devices as you would require in the future. The switches are just similar to the hub, but they actually different in the sense that they actually take information from one network or from within the local area network they transmit data or packet directly to the computer that has requested the information. Types of switches. There are various categories of switches. Switches are classified based on their size and forms. On this aspect, we have the standalone switches and the rack-mounted switches. And also, switches can also be classified based on their configurations. We have the full managed switches. We have the partially managed switches, and we also have the unmanaged switches. The unmanaged switches is more convenient for home users, while the fully managed switches which are more expensive, are very appropriate for corporate organizations. Also, switches are also classified based on their port numbers. That is to say, the numbers of ports that they have. Also, switches are also classified based on the maximum data rate. Some switches are able to transfer data at the rate of 10 to 100 megabytes per second. But today, with improvement on technology, we are able to have switches that are able to transfer data ranging from 100 to 1,000, from 1 gig to 10 gigabit per second. We have various types of cables on the network. Basically, cables are used to connect one network device to another device. Cables usually do this through the aid of the RJ45 connector at each end of the cable. There are various types of cable. We have the coaxial cables, we have the optical cables, we have the optical fiber cables. We also have the twisted pair cables, the patch cables, and the Ethernet cables.
Hey, we are back. So hope you enjoy the video.
Yeah, I hope you now understand how the networking devices are used on the network. And I hope that this will go a long way to make other students that are learning about networking devices get it clear.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.